Still five people. Good evening and welcome everybody. It is Wednesday. Whoop whoop. Sorry I'm a little late, but how are we doing today on this great December Wednesday? My name is Jesse and welcome to Questionable Sports. I will be with you until I am done talking. And yes, we do have Scotty joining us eventually, just not sure when, but he will be on. So how are we doing? How you doing today, Mom? You know how we gotta get this party started. Make sure my mic's on. Here we go. Cheers. All right. All right. What's going on, Kareem? How are we doing today? So, boom, boom. Let's get started. What we got going on? What we talking about this week? This week. This evening. Wrong transition. What we got going on? Today's topics. Welcome. Again, I welcome y'all. Welcome. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Cowboys, not too much. Games to watch this week, not just games tonight, but overall playoff brackets. Me and Scotty going to talk about just the playoffs this weekend. Who we think gonna win. Scott's gonna ruin our day by his topic of the day or his segment. Then we do the question of the day. Then I do a little bit of Sunday's game. Then we go back to the questions of the game, question of the day again. And then, of course, this is my show, so I get the last word. So that's how we starting it off. That's what we doing. But before I get started with all that, let's talk about last week. Make my little notepad. Put a shot on it. I was wrong 2 times out of 4. I was wrong about Army beating Navy. I was really hoping Army would beat Navy just because have Army an undefeated team. Um, Going into the, that could have been their like national championship. They can say that they're kind of national championship because they went undefeated even though they didn't get in the playoffs. But I'll take a cheers to that. That loss, take a shot on that one. I did pick the Rams to beat the 49ers. I'm sorry. So the Rams did beat the 49ers. And I did pick the Cowboys to beat the Panthers. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about that here in just a little bit. And I picked the Lions to beat the Bills, but I'll take that shot here in just a little bit. I don't think y'all want me throwing up on this screen. That'd be pretty disgusting. But yeah, so those are the 4 games that we picked last week. I do got the games. The games. What I'm gonna do this week are the playoff brackets. I know we'll transition back over there. You'll see that I don't have put a shot on it, but the same games I picked for the playoff bracket are the same games I'm going to use for the same brackets I'm going to use for put a shot on it segment. So the ones I pick are the ones I'm going to use. Hey, thank you. You like that sweater? Ugly sweater, Cowboys. My wife, she showed it to me. I said, "Oh yeah, I'll get that. I like that. I likes that." Yeah, so I might get a little hot because I got it on, and we don't have the heater on. It's not that cold either. But gotta look nice every now and then on the screen, even though I haven't shaved or anything like that. But anyways, let's start talking about the Cowboys because I know Scotty's going to be joining us pretty soon. Let me see if he's joined yet. Not yet. We could talk about. What's crazy is how the Cowboys. They had the Cowboys the underdog. And they turned around and won. They had the Cowboys underdog 2.5 points against the Carolina Panthers, and they won. What's crazy is I think their thought process was that the last couple of weeks was Carolina was playing good against good teams. Against I think they played the Ravens and then they played the Eagles, and they played them pretty well. But then they forgot we the fucking Dallas Cowboys. And Cowboys could surprise me. I'm not gonna even lie. They played good. The Rush probably looked the best that I felt like he looked this whole time he's been taking over. And how about that throw? That one that he was on the run, he threw that to Brooks. It was a beautiful throw. That was probably his best throw that I've seen him throw all season. So it's pretty crazy. Also, I know he had another good throw. Oh, to CeeDee Lamb. He had another good throw to CeeDee Lamb. But Rico, how about Rico in the running game? They finally getting that stuff going. And what's even crazier, what I just said was crazy, is they're doing this with backup offensive linemen. They're running the ball better with the backups than they did with the starters. How crazy is that? That's crazy. Yeah, defense is playing lights out. Parsons has gotten better. There's sometimes during the game you can see that Parsons is tired, like where he's not getting no pressure. He's just kind of standing there. Because if you get him on his first stop, sometimes he kind of just gives up right there. If you pay attention to Parsons, I noticed that last game. There was one play where Bryce Young has a lot of time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I saw Parsons just kind of just half-assing trying to get off the block. He wasn't really going hard. But other than that, defense is playing hella good. Even with Overshown now, Leofo. How about Leofo's that punched the ball out of Bryce Young's arm? That was a beautiful play. But Leofo, he said himself, it's hard to step into Overshown's shoes. He's just gonna go out there and play his game and do the best he can. But yeah, Bland's played well. I mean, it sucks that we lost Diggs out for the rest of the season. I would love to see Bland and Diggs out there at the same time. Ain't happening. It is what it is. But Wilson's still getting on my nerves every now and then. But there'll be times he goes out there and makes a play, makes a tackle for a loss, or just goes and hits somebody in the mouth. But other than that, Cowboys defense overall played hella good. Kendricks played good. Osa Igazua. How about that guy? Golly. And you saw, man, I was when they showed him after he made a tackle and he was standing there and you just see his fucking guns just popping out. I'm like, dude, come on now. Say something for the rest of us. Like, give me some. Like, damn. But yeah, they played hella good this weekend. I mean, it was against the Carolina Panthers, so I'm interested with how they're gonna do, and we'll transition to talking about the Cowboys playing the Bucks. Um, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Bucks has a little bit better offense, and they have a little better defense. Well, a lot better defense because Carolina's defense is not great. So it's going to be hard to run the ball, I think, on the Bucks, and it's also going to be hard to throw because they got a solid defense. They're not. It's not a great rushing defense. It's not a great secondary, but it's a solid team. So it's going to be really, really hard, I think, for the Cowboys this week to win. But I picked them to beat the Bucks earlier in the year. I don't know if y'all remember when you said how many games y'all think the Cowboys are going to win, or how many games you think the Cowboys are going to take the rest of Dak's out. And I said 4. Bucks was one of the ones that I said they were going to win. And I said Carolina. I didn't know they were going to beat Washington. It was up in the air, but I thought they could. Imagine if they would have been Cincy right now. We'd be talking about playoffs. We'd be talking about. We'd be literally be talking about. There will be people. I can guarantee you, there will be people out there saying that Cooper Rush could take us to the Super Bowl if the Cowboys would have beat Cincy. I guarantee you. And there might be people right now saying that the Cowboys can make it to the Super Bowl with Rush. But I don't see that. I wish, but it's not going to happen. I don't see it happen. It's going to be tough. You got the Eagles. You got Detroit that's playing good. You got the Vikings that are playing good. So I don't see them playing beating like that. I can see them beating the Eagles just because I can't stand the Eagles. I remember you said that. Yeah, see, you remember. Let's see what else I got. Oh, so you want to ask me how the Cowboys are going to beat the Bucks, and this is I think it's actually kind of simple. Listen, run the ball. Don't have Rush try to throw the ball 40 times down the field. Run the ball and don't get beat deep. Mike Evans, probably by far one of the best deep ball catchers out there. Don't let him get behind you. Rush takes us to the Super Bowl. Rush takes us to the Super Bowl. Grow up, Peter Pan. I'm not saying Rush taking the Super Bowl. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not knocking Rush. I think he's a solid backup. He's a good quarterback. We see what he's done. We've seen what he can do. He's really good. He's solid. But I mean, you can see at the same time how inaccurate he is. And people talk about how inaccurate Dak is. Where's the hate on Rush? Where is the hate on Rush? Everybody's like, oh, well, he's just a backup. You can't just hate quarterbacks because he's Dak Prescott. He's a Cowboys quarterback. You gotta. This guy's being a quarterback. He's getting paid millions of dollars to be a quarterback in the NFL. You got to give him the same hate you're going to give every other quarterback. Where is Aaron Rodgers' hate? Nobody's hating on him. I'm just saying. I think I just heard Scotty just joined. Did you just join Scotty?
Hey, what's up?
I knew it. I know a Giants fan when I hear one.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Scotty? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm good.
We're talking about the Cowboys. We're going to transition to the games to watch this week. Not talking about college, but the watch. But we're talking about just NFL. You know how I normally do it. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, switching over again, talking about games to watch this week. The NBA Mavs play tomorrow against the Clippers. I think that's actually gonna be a good game. Clippers are a solid team. I think they're kind of injured right now, but I still think they're going to be a good game to watch. But what's crazy? There's no NBA games today. I'm not. Is there a reason there's no NBA games today? I don't know, but
I don't know. Okay.
maybe. But I don't think NBA cares about college football.
No, probably not. But
Yeah. NFL Bucks and Cowboys Sunday 7:00 NBC. Thursday night game Broncos and Chargers Thursday at 7 on Prime. NHL game Stars play tonight against the Maple Leafs. It might be on Victory Plus. I don't know. I'll doubt it be on TV. I hadn't seen anything of it being on TV. But if you have that Victory Plus app, you can download it for free and watch it on there for free as well. You don't have to pay nothing. Also, Panthers and Wild play tonight on TNT if y'all care about any other hockey teams. We got college football tonight. Woo, woo, bowl games. We had one last night. Scotty was telling me. Scotty, go ahead and tell us about the last night's game.
Yeah, it was West Virginia and Memphis. Memphis was actually ranked 25 at last end of the season. I know some people had picked them to be the G5 team to make it to the playoffs, but didn't quite make it. They had one? I think they were 10-2. I think
9-2, 10-2. It might be somewhere. Yeah, I know they only had 2 losses.
Yeah, I think they were 10. Well, maybe 10-2 after. Yeah, I think they were 10-2. Anyway, so they played West Virginia. It was a pretty good game. It was close the whole time, going back and forth. And about 5 minutes left. The end. Memphis was up by 5. They were driving down the field, burning up time. They get almost to the red zone, and West Virginia stops them. They missed the field goal. It was like 32 yards or something like that. And they would have went up by 8. West Virginia gets the ball back. They start driving down. They get, I think they were about on the 40 or 30 of Memphis. And they throw a pick. The guy starts running back, defender, and he's about to slide. And the guy comes up behind him and knocks the ball out. And West Virginia gets the ball. And they ruled it a fumble, but then they overturned it. They said that because he was beginning to slide, that he was forfeiting the play or whatever. So they ruled it not a fumble. So then Memphis ended up winning.
See, what's crazy? You say that he was giving himself up, but I thought that only applied to like quarterbacks. I didn't know that applied to everybody.
It might be different in college. I'm not sure what the rules. I know in NFL it's just quarterbacks.
Yeah, so that was
sure about college.
Yeah. My mom had 2 questions. The first question is, can I ask why Prescott is not with the team on the sideline, but always in the suite? Because he's hurt and he can't move. He's got crutches, so he can't sit there and jump out of the way when they get to the sideline. So you don't want to get him hurt some more by getting ran over by players. You want to keep him in the suite. And then she said she's got a question for you, Scotty, but she hasn't posted the question yet. So
okay.
But transition back over to college football. We do have 2 college football games today. Western Kentucky and James Madison. They're on ESPN right now as we speak. They're playing. Also got Cal and UNLV tonight at 8 o'clock, again on ESPN. So I think that Cal and UNLV game may be pretty good, but UNLV should win. Should. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. So
yeah, then thought there was one tomorrow. I thought there was one tomorrow afternoon, but I guess that's Friday.
There's 3 on Friday. I think there's 1 or there's 2 tomorrow and 3 on Friday. Friday there's going to be 1 that starts at 11.
No, there's 1 tomorrow. Sam Houston, who doesn't have a coach right now, and Georgia Southern play tomorrow, and then there's 3 Friday.
On Friday, yeah. So at work on Friday, if my supervisor or manager's not listening or watching, I'll be watching listening to the game, not watching, listening to the game.
Jacksonville State in Ohio. Ohio doesn't have a coach either.
It's crazy.
He left. So, yeah, Sam Houston and Ohio both have interim coaches right now.
That's crazy.
And then Florida Tulane, that'll be starting when we leave.
Yeah. And then the big one Friday, Notre Dame, Indiana.
Yep.
But moving right along, we move it on to What Do You Think segment. What do you think? Oh, hold on. She asked a question. She said, okay, Scotty, here we go. Tolbert that played with the Cowboys, did his dad used to play with the Cowboys with Troy Emmett and was a quarterback?
Who?
Tolbert, the receiver for the Cowboys. Did he used to play for the Cowboys? His dad used to play for the Cowboys too? Scott's not gonna know that. Scott's a Giants fan. Why would he know about the Cowboys? An old Cowboys fan. All right. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what you think. That's the next segment. All right, Scotty, here we go. I'll give you the what you think, and you can just I'll give you my opinion, and I'll let you talk.
Okay.
Phoenix starting in Atlanta. So let me give you my opinion on that. I think it's good because I don't think the Atlanta's going to really has a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So let's see what you got in that quarterback. You know, he's already like 25 years old, so you got to, you know, he ain't got many more years left. You know, I mean, with quarterback years, he's probably got another 8-9 years if he's a good quarterback. But let's see what he's got. Let's put him out there. You know, that's all. I'm not mad that they're going to put him in now. I mean, why draft him if you're not going to play him? Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah, so you might as well. I mean, you're not going to make the playoffs, so
yeah.
And the funny part is, he's starting against a banged up, crappy Giants defense. So
he's gonna get a lot. He's gonna get a lot of comments. This is what the NFL is all about.
yeah.
But yeah, so Cream said, not sure about Atlanta. They're only one game behind making playoffs. I think I want to stick with Cousins, even though he's sucking. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think the Giants is probably the best team to have him start with because, like Scott just said, they're banged up. They're a team that's trying to tank. Them in Oakland. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit because I actually got a question about that. Yeah. So I feel. I mean, I get what you're saying, Kay, but I feel like I'd rather have him start and so see what we got. And I actually think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's want to be. I don't think he's going to be Caleb Williams. I think he's actually going to be better than Caleb Williams right now. Because Caleb Williams already been playing, and we saw the other night what he looked like, and it did not look good. Don't get me wrong, his offensive line is still trash, and I thought that's one of the things they worked with. And there was some plays he did good, but it's just I just feel like he just doesn't have it just yet. They have a chance to make the playoffs. Cream, let's be honest here. How far do you really think they're going to make it in the playoffs? If they make the playoffs, they're going to get knocked out first round. Let's be realistic. I mean, I can see the same thing with the Cowboys, but I can see the Cowboys still fighting to try to make a spot in the playoffs or try to ruin somebody to get in a spot.
Yeah.
Cream said he will start with Cousins against the Giants, but if he sucks, I bench him in the second half. What's up with BJ? Has he not been playing well? I haven't heard anything from him this year in Atlanta. So BJ Robinson, the running back.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I mean, I know he's playing. I saw his stats, but I ain't seen him put nothing up good, or they're not using him right, or I'm not sure what the hell's going on with them.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an exciting college football player, and coming into NFL, and you don't really hear nothing from him. That's kind of crazy. Or is it? You know, I don't know. I need to look into that. The second one. What do you think of the New York Yankees trading for Cody Bellinger? The only thing Cubs get is they get a starting pitcher. That's all they get, and it's a pitcher who's starting to play started 4 games.
Okay.
Cream said that's not about that. It's about making the playoffs. That's a winning season. That's true. Not gonna argue with that because I can't sit there and tell you no tank the season because I was getting mad at Jason Kidd when they tanked the season a few years back. That's why I'm telling the Cowboys not to tank the season. I mean, yeah, you want them to get a good pick, but Cowboys need so much help. I don't think it matters where they draft this next year because they need so much help. So they just need to get draft picks. Figure out a way to get more draft picks.
That's the Giants. they need everything. I mean, considering how banged up their offensive line has been, this year they've actually looked a lot better than they did last year.
That's crazy.
But they do have a new offensive line coach this year. So
okay. Well, see what's crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's up?
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I think he's helped out a lot.
Oh, what I was going to say is, I was talking about the offensive lineman for the Cowboys and how they're running the ball better, with the backup linemen than they were with the starting offensive linemen.
Yeah.
So, what was the last part you said?
Well, I said I think he came from Oakland.
Oh, um,
Their Giants offense or O line coach.
yeah. But yeah, with the Yankees getting Cody, it just tells you know what tells me about the Yankees is they are always trying to find a way to win. They're always trying to get the best players as possible, and they'll do anything they can to get the best team they put together. There's teams out there in and baseball, not college baseball, and baseball in general, who don't even do anything in off season. Lately I'm surprised with the Rangers. They've been doing a lot, but there's teams out there who don't do nothing. So, what that tells me that the Yankees are always trying to win. That's their motto is we're going to put a great team out in the field no matter what. If we got to trade our home farm system, we're going to have a great team out there. Because that's one thing that the Yankees don't really have is a farm system. They have a farm system, but it's very rare you hear, oh, this came from the Yankees farm system. Because they trade all their great up and comers for a player right now. They don't. There's no. We're not going to look into the future. We're thinking about right now for the Yankees. That's just. I think that's their motto. I don't know, but that's how they play.
Yeah.
Scott, I have another question for you. What does he think about them people flying planes over the Giant Stadium telling them to fire everybody?
I think it's great.
So, well, yeah,
So
I think Scotty's on board of them firing everybody.
I think that's about how I would say 80% Giants fans feel.
All right.
And it's
Uh,
funny because
um.
I listened to the Talking Giants podcast, and the other day one of the guys put out a video on YouTube talking about all the reasons why they think they should fire Joe Shane, their GM.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants organization actually contacted them and
Oh.
were upset about it.
Oh no! Did they have to take it down?
No, it's still up. He never
Oh.
took it down. They never asked him to take it down or anything.
Oh.
They weren't happy about it.
Oh. Damn it! That's crazy. Well, that was that one time. Well, a couple of weeks ago when the Jerry Jones was mad at the radio station here at in Cowboys 105.3 The Fan. Jerry was mad at them for some of the
Yeah,
stuff they were saying. But he calls in every week. I think every Tuesday he calls them and
yeah,
talks to them. So even you got to give it to Jerry sometimes. Even though this team sucks, he's always doing those interviews and shit like that.
yeah.
Number three, next question. What do you think about the Bucks winning the in-season tournament in basketball? I picked them to win last night over the Thunder. Um, the only reason I did that is because one, I do like the Bucks, but two, it's because the Oakland took the Mavs out. So I was like, nah, I'm not rooting for the team that just took the Mavs out. Fuck that. So yeah, that's why I went with the Bucks last night. I didn't watch the game. I woke up when I woke up this morning. I checked who won, and I saw they won pretty handily. So that's good. I think they get what 50,000 per player or something like that. They get some money. They get paid more than we get paid a year, Scotty.
Yeah.
Anything on that one, Scotty?
Oh no, I don't really have
Uh,
much on that. No.
okay, I got another one. This is related to college. The college. This one I know you're gonna have a input on this one, Scotty. What is your take on players opting out of bowl games? I'll start so you can get your thoughts together. Um, I understand if you're playing a rink-a-dink bowl game that doesn't really mean anything. I can understand that. Um, because there's plenty of times where there's a player that's going to get drafted maybe first, second, third, fourth round, and those are kind of where you want to get drafted. Um, they get hurt, and then they can't, and because they got hurt in the pro game, they don't get drafted where they're supposed to. Uh, so I understand that, but if you're playing in the playoffs and you're gonna opt out playing in the playoffs, that's where I'm like, whoa, come on now, because that just that right there, you have a chance to be remembered as somebody who's uh, in the you know what I mean, and win a national championship and be remembered forever. Oh, they get paid 500,000. Thank you, Kareem. That's a lot of money. That's more than we make
Yeah.
all year.
5 years.
And yeah, 5 years. Damn. Um. So, what's your think? What's your thoughts? What's your thinks? What's your thoughts, Scotty?
I can, like I said, I understand they're entering the draft and they're, pretty high value. But like I said, they just opt out, especially with the playoffs. They're just in it for themselves.
Yeah.
Really, is the way I look at it. Um, just trying to, I guess, um, not get hurt and
Yeah.
hope they get drafted. I guess.
Yeah.
Like last year, I went to the Cotton Bowl. It was Missouri and Ohio State, and that was a horrible game because a lot of Ohio State player that was their quarterback transferred right before the game, and
Oh.
the other players opted out. And it was just it was a horrible game.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like people are actually, and that's what kind of irritates me because people are paying money to come watch. Yeah, you're not getting paid. No, now you are, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of the players are people are paying to come watch this team, and you're opting out. Maybe you could have been their favorite player, and you're opting out.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cream said bowl games okay, but I don't hear no one doing that for the playoffs. Yeah, I haven't heard nobody opting out of the playoffs yet. Um, so that's a good thing. But I mean, I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm hoping people are just like, I don't care. I'm worried about going to the NFL because you got to think about it now.
yeah,
What is all these kids worried about now? Is money. That NIL deals. So they're just thinking about their money and not thinking about, hey, could be something I can remember for the rest of my life. So, that's all I got for what you think segment. Whoop, whoop. Scotty, are you ready for your segment?
yeah.
All right, it's time for Scotty selfish segment. Go ahead, Scotty.
All right, we're gonna look at the coaching carousel a little bit, and then we're gonna look at the what's been happening in the transfer portal. It closes December 28th, so they got another week and a half or so before it closes. Anyway, so we'll start with the obvious one: Bill Belichick going to North Carolina. Mac Brown's out. Belichick's only a year younger, I think,
Yeah,
than he is.
that's crazy to sit there and have that to have to even that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even
But
sound right.
yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think it's gonna pan out. But then again, it is Bill Belichick. But
So
then I don't I don't
go
think he's gonna want to deal with all the BS
with the kids.
with having to. I don't know if he's gonna have to, but like go into players' houses and begging them to play for North Carolina, and not only these deal with these younger players, he also has to deal with their parents.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna pan out.
Well, like we were talking earlier when you were talking about Bill Belichick in North Carolina, I was like, I hope people don't think he's gonna go in there and within 1 year they're gonna be in playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, if anything, it's gonna take 2 or 3 years. So, but you know how people they want shit done right now, not 2 or 3 years from now. People are impatient.
oh yeah.
So if he's gonna go in there, he's gonna have a losing season. They're gonna like, oh, see, Bill Belichick's so sorry, he can't coach college football. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yep. So the second one is Purdue. Um, Barry Odom from UNLV is now the head coach at Purdue. And then Rich Rodriguez is heading back to West Virginia after it's been a while. Forget when he left.
I believe it's in 2007. What I was watching yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. UCF as new coach from I think
UCF. That's Scott
yeah,
Frost.
Scott Frost.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
returning.
came from where did he come from?
I don't know.
forget
I don't
where
think
he
he was coaching
from.
last year. If he was, he might have been offensive coordinator. But he used to coach at UCF. He left and went to Nebraska, and after Nebraska, he got fired, and Matt Rule went there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so he's going back to University of Central Florida.
yeah. Yeah. And then App State has South Carolina's offensive coordinator, Dow Luggins, I guess is his name. He's head coach now at Appalachian State. Let's see. There's a lot of FCS schools here.
That's the thing about college football and coaches.
Yeah.
So
UNLV, obviously their coach went to Purdue, so they have Dan Mullen
oh yeah, from
from
Mississippi
came
State.
from Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with that team because they're actually a pretty solid team.
Yeah, they were. I mean, obviously they almost made the playoff. They all do is beat Boise State, and they would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wake Forest has a new from Washington State, Jake Dickert. And then right now, Washington State does not have a coach.
Washington State.
Yep, because he left for Wake Forest, so now they just have an interim coach. And a couple that are staying, Oklahoma State quarterback coach Mike Gundy's still going to be there.
He's taking a pay cut, ain't he? I think he's taking a pay cut, but still going to be the coach.
Yeah, they restructured his contract.
Yeah.
And then BYU's extended their coach.
He's a good coach.
Kalani Sitake.
Mm-hmm. He's a good coach. I like him.
Arkansas retained their Sam Pittman. Billy Napier will be back at Florida next year.
Yep, I remember them saying that.
And Baylor, Dave Aranda. Will be back.
Of course.
And then SMU, Rhett Lashley. They extended his contract.
Got to. He made it to the playoffs in the first year in ACC.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's really most of the big moves in the coaching. Now we'll get to some of the players here that have entered the portal or have already gone to other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So Liberty quarterback Caden Salter, he went to Colorado. USC Zachariah Branch and his brother, who's a safety, Zion Branch, both are entered the portal.
Damn it.
At the same time, Alabama's one of their backup QBs, Dylan London, is going to Boston College. Washington State quarterback John Mateer entered the portal. He hasn't gone anywhere yet. Western Kentucky quarterback TJ Finley went to Tulane. Penn State quarterback, their backup, Bo Pribula. He's in the portal. He hasn't gone anywhere. No one's picked him up yet.
He just entered the portal like last week.
Yeah, just not very long ago.
Yeah, but it's
And
crazy. You're in a freaking playoffs.
yeah, well, I mean, he has to. I mean, he has to leave
Yeah,
by the 28th, so
that's
if he's
true.
gonna go, he needs to go.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's kind of where it's at right now. Hopefully, it's gonna change. But and then Texas Tech wide receiver Micah Hudson went to A&M.
Damn it.
And then a Georgia cornerback went. Julian Humphrey went to A&M also.
Damn it. Ain't that is A&M's trying to get players to beat Texas.
Yep. And then another big one, USC QB Miller Moss. He's going to Louisville.
What about Oklahoma's quarterback?
Yep. That's next. Oklahoma. I think he started right, and then
Yeah, he
they
started
benched
the
him.
season, but then he got benched.
Yeah, Jackson Arnold. He's
Yeah.
going to Auburn. And then another big one. He's Michigan quarterback Alex Orji. He started too, and then
hmm
they benched him.
hmm
He's been in the portal for a while. No one's picked him up yet.
I think didn't he enter the portal like week 3 or something like that? As soon as he got benched, he entered the portal. If I remember right.
Well, no, can't officially enter the
Oh,
portal until December 9th, but he uh, he didn't play anymore.
okay.
I mean, he said he can't officially enter. And
Yeah.
then Boise State's backup quarterback Malachi Nelson is in the portal. A&M quarterback Connor Wegman went to Houston. Uh, Deuce Robinson, USC wide receiver. They lost 2 receivers.
Damn.
They're gonna have to pick. They're gonna have to do something.
Lincoln Riley ain't the coach. I'm telling you.
No, he's
No,
not.
nobody listens to me. Nobody
All the
listens
off,
to me.
all the offensive players are leaving.
Yep.
Quarterback and 2 receivers.
And a safety.
Yeah, and Duke quarterback Malik Murphy's in the portal.
That's the one I was talking about. He was the one that the Texas quarterback that left to go play for Duke. So
Yeah,
he entered the portal again. That's
yeah, and then Ohio State backup Devin Brown. And I think that's about all the
top names.
top ones.
Like I don't I
Yeah,
guess I don't get
that's
it, but
all
it
I
don't
got.
make no sense for every year to you to be entering the portal. Like, it has to be you can only enter the portal like one time or something. There's got to be a limit because every year these
Yeah,
quarterback team players are just entering the portal for no reason or just because they don't get to play and
yeah.
they don't get their way.
Or they suck and they
Or
get benched.
yeah. So my mom said, "Who's playing at the AT&T this weekend?" Nobody's playing at AT&T this weekend, but the winner
Is
of let me check.
isn't there any high school games this
There might be
weekend?
some high school. Yeah, there might be some high school. Let me see. So the winner of the Arizona State and uh, Clemson or Texas, whoever wins that game, is going to play at the Cotton Bowl. No, yeah. So
Yeah,
Arizona State is going to play the winner of Clemson and Texas. So whoever
yeah,
wins that game goes to the Cotton Bowl, and uh, the winner of the Tennessee Ohio State game versus Oregon is going to play in the Cotton Bowl. So I said before, I don't know if y'all remember last week that I was saying that Texas actually has a chance to actually be in the play here at Texas Stadium.
yeah.
So anything else, Mr. Scotty?
No, that's all I got.
That's all Scotty got. Whoop whoop. All right, we gotta make it quick because we're about to be 8 o'clock, 7:47, so it's not that late. But let's share screen. let's
We
talk
do
about
pick'ems.
the pick'ems. Yes, sir.
Couple of games or the bowl games for this weekend.
Yes, sir. So starting off with the game that's coming on first, it's the Indiana Notre Dame game. Scotty, who do you got? Let me make sure I write this down.
I think it's gonna be a pretty good game. I think I have Notre Dame. I think
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame can win.
So I like
Um,
Indiana, but
they have
huh?
Notre Dame has. I think they've rushed the second most pressure
Uh-huh.
rate. So if they can shut Rourke down, I think put pressure on him. I think they should. I have them winning.
Yeah. I think Notre Dame's gonna win. Not because I like Indiana too, but Notre Dame is one of my favorite teams, so I got to go with Notre Dame. And they're playing at Notre Dame, so it might be a little chilly. I don't know if it's gonna be snowing, but I know it's gonna be chilly.
Yeah, and these teams really have. I think the last time they played was in the '70s,
Damn.
and they're only 200 miles apart, and
Oh dang. That's
they're both
crazy.
they're both in Indiana. So,
Yeah.
but they're not really. They don't really play each other.
Yeah. Next game, Scotty, SMU Penn State. That one's gonna be Saturday at 11 o'clock on TNT and Max Plus if you have Max.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whiteout.
It's gonna be a
Gonna be
white at 11
cold.
o'clock. And it's gonna be snow, ain't it?
Possibly snow.
Woo.
It's gonna be some good football weather.
Good football weather. And you got,
I think Penn State's gonna handle SMU.
you know, I always say I like to go with my heart and when I pick these games. But I like both these teams. SMU I like a little bit more than Penn State. So
I
uh
mean, yeah, I would if I was going with my heart, I'd probably. I mean, I would like to see SMU win, but I don't think they. I
yeah.
don't think they can.
Yeah, same here. I just don't think they can, especially if it's gonna be snow. And SMU is all about speed. And if they can't run their full speed, it's gonna be hard for them to win. So I'm definitely going Penn State on that one. Next one, we're gonna do Ohio State and Tennessee. That one's at 7 o'clock on ABC, and ESPN, whichever you want to watch it on Saturday. Who you got, Scotty?
I think Ohio State's gonna win this one.
This one I kind of did Ohio State as well, but this is another one that my heart I would say Tennessee because I can't stand Ohio State, and I think think about this. What would you think would happen if Ohio State loses? Would Ohio State fire Day?
I think I think he would probably be gone.
You think so? Man, he's
I
gonna
think
if he
he
goes,
may
huh?
if they especially if they lose this game at home. But even if they get to the next round and lose to Oregon, I think
You still think he's gone?
he might be
Dang, that's
he
crazy.
might be out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I went with Ohio State. I just feel like they're gonna be a better team, better defensively for sure. Tennessee's defense is known to struggle, and especially their offensive struggle. What's crazy, the last
Yeah, their
4 weeks.
quarterback,
Yeah,
what's his name? Io Maliava.
yeah,
He's he's just been inconsistent
yeah. He
for
started off the
most of
season.
the.
Remember, great. I mean, he was on fire. Everybody already had to talk about Heisman Trophy with him. He's a freshman.
Yeah, the first couple of games,
Yeah.
but then ever since then, it's just been inconsistent.
Yep. My mom said she's gonna go with Indiana because her one of my nephews is going to college there. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a reason why they go for different schools.
Yeah,
Last but not least, Scotty. Oh, you said Ohio State, right? Let me write that down. It's Texas Clemson. Who you got? That's at 3 o'clock on TNT on Saturday and on Max if you have Max.
I have Texas in this one. I
Texas.
think their secondary And Clemson doesn't have strong receivers,
Yeah.
so I think, and then they can shut down the run too.
Yeah. I think the only issue is the quarterback can run a little bit. He's not like a great scrambler, but he can run a little bit.
Yeah, he's a mobile quarterback, which
Uh,
Texas has had issues with against Georgia both
yeah,
times.
we saw that. So I just feel like if they can contain the quarterback, it's going to be an easy game for Texas. This is actually the biggest point spread out of all the games because Texas is favored by 12.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's not going to be close. Um, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to knock Clemson, but we saw how they played week one. That was week one. This is a
Yeah.
whole different new team,
Yeah.
but I still think Texas is going to win this game. But I still think it's going to be a good game to watch. So in each one of these games that I pick, is the games I'm putting the shots on. So um, if any of them lose, then I'm wrong. Then I will take a shot at some point. Not sure when, but I will do it. I'm no punk bitch. Um, but moving on, it's time for the question of the day. So the question of the day is, let me pull it up. It's not really a question. It's more, tell us a Christmas story. Tell us something that you've always, a story that something happened to you in the past that you like, or um I know we know we talked about presents or gifts last week. Maybe a movie you like watching or something like that, or anything. Just tell us a Christmas story. Let me know, Scotty. Think of something, um, and I'll tell y'all a story when it's that time. But moving right along, it's time to talk about Sunday's game. There's are not really Sundays, but Saturday as well. We got some
Yeah.
games on
On
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep. First game first.
Oh, we got a game tomorrow
Well,
too.
there's a game tomorrow. Yes, I had that on the what you call it. It's Broncos and Chargers. Uh,
Yeah.
which has playoff how you say that word?
Implications.
Implications. There you go. Shit, big ass words. So yeah, it has playoffs implications. So I think the Chargers. I'm going to root for the Chargers on that one. Just that one, I'm rooting with my heart. I really don't like the Broncos. So
Yeah. Um. I mean, I kind of like Bo Nix. He's doing decent.
yeah, he's doing. He might
Um.
be besides no, he might be the second best quarterback right now besides the Washington quarterback, Jalen
Yeah.
Daniels. Because Caleb Williams sucks.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that should be a good game tomorrow night to watch.
Yeah. That'll be a
Uh,
good one.
there's games on Saturday. NFL football. It's going to be in the way of this game's going to be in the way of the first game, the Penn State SMU game. It's the
Yeah.
Texans versus the Chiefs at 12 o'clock on NBC.
Well, these games are these the games that are on Netflix or is that?
No, this ones are not. Netflix is on
Okay.
Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Um, this is Texans versus the Chiefs. It's going to be on NBC on Saturday. So Chiefs are 13-1, and Texans are 9-5. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't see it being a blowout or anything like that. Seem to have all games to be close and find a way to win.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping Texans can pull this one out.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be crazy. The other game on Saturday is Steelers versus the Ravens. The 10-4 Steelers versus the 9-5 Ravens at
This is gonna be
3:30
it has a
Fox.
playoff implications
Yeah,
as well.
definitely a seeding.
Yeah.
So I mean, both of those games, the Texans and Chiefs, also 9-5 Texans.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is week 1 or 2, people, I was saying that the Ravens could be a Super Bowl team, but the last couple of weeks, maybe not last week, but the week before that, because
Well, they played
they're playing the Giants
last
last week.
week.
So, but before that, they were struggling.
Yeah, they struggled for a little bit.
So, but we'll see if they can get back on track. Um, and Steelers they lost last week to the. I was watching it on TV. I had it on TV. I wasn't watching Eagles.
Yeah, I lost to the Eagles.
They lost to the Eagles. Um, Sunday games we got the Eagles, the 12-2 Eagles versus the 9-5 Washington. I believe the last time Eagles and Washington played each other, it was a close game, but Eagles pulled it off. That's at 12 o'clock on Fox. So on Sunday afternoon, probably have that game on. You ain't got to sit down and watch it. Eagles and Washington, who cares? Hopefully they both lose.
Commanders all the way.
You got Commanders over the Eagles.
I can't stand the Eagles.
I can't either, man. If there's one team I hate, it's the Eagles, and I hate saying the word hate because I don't hate anything, but I just can't stand the Eagles.
Yep.
I'm
Eagles fans in my family.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you should slap them.
Well, I grew up right between New York and Philadelphia, so
okay. You had to pick a side when you're growing up.
Yeah, there was a lot of Eagles fans where I was.
Really?
Because it was kind of in between New York and Philadelphia, so
yeah. Another good game is the 12-2 Vikings versus the Seahawks. Why didn't I write down what their record was? I didn't write down the Seahawks record. But I think it's like 8-4, if I remember right. I think the Seahawks are 8-4. But they play on Fox at 3:05. So another game with seedings is in the mix. Vikings are playing good. They're finding ways to win.
Yep.
Their offense with Sam Darnold involved. So what do you think they're gonna do next year when the quarterback McCarthy comes back? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would stick with Darnold if he's.
But they have him on a 1-year deal. So after this year, they're gonna have to try to. They're gonna have to try to fight free agency for him.
Either pick him up or I don't know, or just let him go and see what.
But you know what? This is what I always say. I always say scheme works for quarterbacks. If the scheme doesn't work for you, you're gonna suck.
Yeah.
So when he was with the Jets, the scheme didn't work, and plus that whole organization is all fucked up.
I mean, they have Daniel Jones.
Who does? Vikings?
Minnesota.
Oh hell no. That they want to go back to being getting the number 1 pick in the draft again. My mom said Patrick Mahomes is hurt. Yeah, he has an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
So, but they said he's good to go. He's still going to play. And he's not a really mobile quarterback. He can just move around in the pocket.
Yeah.
So, but that's all we got for Sunday games. Or not really. Well, say Sunday, but there's games on Saturday. So Sunday and Saturday games, and Thursday and Monday. But you know what I mean. NFL games, damn it. So transitioning back, tell us a Christmas story. So, Scotty, you got a Christmas story you want to tell us?
I don't know if I have a story. I mean,
it could be anything Christmas related.
I mean, I remember the year. Probably one of my most memorable Christmases when I got the Nintendo.
That all would be remembered.
The old school Nintendo, yeah. I mean, I played that thing for lots of Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl. Oh, I used to love that game. Super Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, Super was even better.
Yeah.
Because you could save your season.
Yeah, if you didn't save it, I mean, you're going to play for so long, leave it on all night. But then they got the Super Tecmo Bowl, and you could save your season.
Yeah, you could change trade players and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Back in the days.
Yep.
Now everybody always asks me about with Christmas, why I love Christmas so much, and it's not even about the gifts to me. I don't care about gifts. To me, with Christmas is just I just love the atmosphere, the seeing all the lights, just the kids seeing all the gifts when they get their gifts, opening up their gifts, and And just the giving part. I mean, I think I give more than I even receive. But I could care less about receiving anything. Like I can, to me, I can get whatever I want. You're not whatever I want, but if I need something, I work for it. So, Cream said they're going to franchise tag Darnold. I can see that. And that's the only way they're going to be able to keep him is they franchise tag him. So,
Yeah.
and then my mom said the Vikings won Monday night, put on a beautiful whiteout. Yeah, Vikings did have a nice whiteout when what you call it. If you want to see a nice whiteout, watch Penn State's whiteout.
Yeah.
Penn State I mean, it's better at nighttime, but they're going to do it at 11 o'clock Saturday. But you're talking about the whole stadium. Everybody's wearing white. The team's wearing all white. And if there's snow, that's going to be white.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I just love Christmas. I just love the whole Christmas songs they have out there. I listen to Christmas songs as soon as December 1st hits. That's damn near all I have on is Christmas songs until Christmas Day, and then I'm like, okay, I'm over Christmas songs for a year.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not listening to them for a while. But other than that, it's fun. The traditions. I mean, we normally have some traditions that we do that me and my wife and my daughter we try to do, but and it's fun some of the stuff that we do. So hopefully we can keep that going year in and year out. But kids grow up, unfortunately, and it freaking sucks because they get expensive. It seems like they get more expensive the older they get.
Yep.
And so, that's all we got. Scotty, you got anything else?
No. That's all I got.
All right. Time for the last word. That's the last show of the year, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all watching throughout the show, throughout the year. Really, we started back in September, July. When did we start, Scotty? September.
Started on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in September.
September. We got 37 subs. So I mean, it's a nice little start. I will return next year. Not sure when we're gonna be back, but me and Scott, we'll talk about it, see when we're gonna return, try some different things out. But we will be back next year, of course, before the Super Bowl. But not sure just yet when we're gonna return. But we will keep you updated with everything in social media. We have, I have Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. So I'll get on here and I'll still chit chat. Maybe put a little short or whatever they call that thing on there where you can make a quick video. Maybe doing my shots or something like that when I put my shots on it. So, but yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
So please,
I'll probably be going live a little bit on Facebook during the college playoffs.
Yep, there you
Just
go.
talk about real quick about some of the games or whatever.
Yep.
What's going on?
Scott will be going live on Facebook to tell y'all keep y'all updated on that. So please, next year when we return, please return with us. I will, like I said, be keeping y'all updated when we're gonna return. But other than that, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I want to thank my wife and my daughter for putting up with it because as you can tell, we try to keep my daughter off the camera. We don't want her on there. My wife stays out. She doesn't want to be on the camera, so I appreciate that. But most of all, I appreciate my wife putting up with me talking loud, laughing loud, and just putting up with me with everything. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, everybody out there. Anything else, Scotty?
No, just have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And Happy Martin Luther King Day. I'm not sure we're gonna be back by then yet or not.
Yeah.
But y'all be safe out there. Safety first, then teamwork. Don't forget that. Again, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your holidays. Hopefully you get everything y'all need. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right. See ya.